Hi there, my name's Carolyn. My social media handle is @Langdon-Hyde, and you'll find me on Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn. Today I'm going to show you how to make festive pinwheels, and these are the things that you will need to make them. So you need some A4 paper or A3 or both, and it's just the normal paper that you put through your printer. It's nothing special, probably 8 grams I'm using. You'll need a pencil, a ruler, a pair of sharp scissors, some double-sided tape, some just some thin white sewing thread, a hole punch, and some twine or ribbon. Sorry, I couldn't read that back to front. So that's what you'll need to make a festive pinwheel. So let's put that to one side, and I'll show you how to do it. So I'm going to start with a piece of A4 paper, and we start by measuring a pleat that's going to be 3/4 of an inch wide. So the first pleat, measure 3/4 of an inch from the end of the A4 paper. So that way round, it's there. So now we just draw a line across. So this is on the short side of the paper. So now this one is really important that we fold it carefully, because it's going to be the template for all the other folds. So just fold it at the end, at the other end, in the middle, and then just a nice sharp crease. So now you've got your first crease. I'm going to turn the paper over and form a fold in the opposite direction. So I think it's 12 or 13 for the length of the paper, so we'll just work our way through here, being as careful as we can with each fold, and making the creases nice and sharp. So this is quite an inexpensive way to make some quite effective Christmas decorations. Something that children can manage with a little bit of help. And I first saw these demonstrated on the Neptune Home website. They obviously have very stylish interiors, very pared back, and this sort of decoration goes really well with their particular house style. So do this. It gets easier as the paper gets thicker. The more folds you do, the easier it becomes. You've got more to hold on to. So nearly there. And the last piece should be the exact width that you need to finish off. So that's the first thing you do. So then you've got like this concertina piece of paper, like that. So now what you want to do is to fold it in half lengthways to mark the middle. So you've got your fan and it's marked in the middle. So now what you want to do, you make a second one of these, which is what I did earlier, here. And I put a piece of double-sided tape along that long edge. So now we take the two halves and as accurately as we can possibly easier said than done when you've got sticky tape to deal with. I want to stick them together lengthways. So you've got like a bow tie now. Like that, very festive. So this is when you need your thread. So I've got some white sewing thread here. If I can find the end. There we are. So just unwind a length of that. Cut it with the scissors. And then basically you tie the bow tie around the middle to secure it. So tie a double knot, then you know it's not going to come apart, and just trim off the ends of the thread. So that's the first part. Now what we need to do is open it out like this. So that's the shape we're going to have. Now if you want to add some pattern to make it like a snowflake effect, you can cut some triangles out. I'll just cut one out of either side. So using your sharp scissors, cut through all the thickness. Like so. Then do the other one. Mirror image of the first one. This is where children will need help, I think, because the paper's quite thick and you need to use quite sharp scissors. If not help, definitely some supervision. There we are. Put that in the bin. So there's our lovely pinwheel with this lovely pattern. So now what we do, take these two edges, and I've got this hole punch, which is one for putting studs on, or making holes in a belt and then putting metal studs in them to secure them. So just punch that hole like that. Got a hole. Now we're going to put some Bakers Twine. So I'm going to use red and white on this one. So thread it through the hole that you've made, then through the other one, like so. And depending how you want to hang them, then I would cut this to that length. So let's just tie a knot in the top so the pinwheel stays open, like so. And then for the bottom one, you could stick it with some double-sided tape, but what I prefer to, well, yes, let's stick it with some double-sided tape. I was going to say you could just staple it, but I think double-sided tape will leave a neater edge on there. So this time we just stick this length here. Going to do it in two halves because we've got that section cut out. So back the tape. Sometimes easier said than done. And then pinch that together so the edges match up again. So there is your first festive pinwheel. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make some other sizes. So that's A4, and as you can see, that's quite a sweet size. Let's see how wide that is. Sorry, so that's 8.5 inches wide, which is 20 centimetres. So that's the small one I'm going to make. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make one with A3, and I'm also going to make some with this stripy wrapping paper. Now what I'll probably do is cut that to A3 size and see how that works out. So I will come back to you in a short while.